there, and welcome to Lost in Literature. Well, if I were to ask you, what's the most fascinating thing you ever learned during your process of education? You'd probably come up with a variety of replies. Perhaps for some of you, it was some subject or the other that grabbed you and you fell in love with. Maybe physics? No. Chemistry? No. Big no. Maths? How about maths? Or uh, let's say social science? What do you think of that? Well, how about English language and literature? Stories and stories and stories, poems. Maybe some of you like that. Or perhaps for a number of you, it was sports, some team game, just running, something or the other, or maybe your arts and craft class. But if you really think about it, everywhere in every class, it was a question of connection, connecting with your teachers and learning. Now, whatever your opinion of your teacher was, maybe strict, maybe friendly, maybe the kind who gets irritated and scolds you, but whatever it is, you picked up a number of things with um, your connection in the class, right? She was the most, or he was the most important figure in the class, and you connected with that person who introduced you to that pool of knowledge. What is it about connections? I was reflecting on connections this morning and I realized life is nothing but just a series of connections, which are either beneficial to you or which kind of pull you down and put you in a bad mood. But let's forget that. What I would like you to do is to think back on your toddler days, if at all. Sorry, I'm coughing. If at all you were conscious of your toddler days. I know for many of us it's just a blur in the mind and what we kind of figure out looking at pictures, in the albums collected fondly by your mother. But if you really think about it, everything that you perceived in those years were through your five senses. The first thing you ever became conscious of was the feel of your mother, her touch, her particular smell, her softness, her caressing words to you, the sight of her slowly, and everything about her. And then as your world became a little bigger, it grew a little more in size, and you began perceiving many things around you. You kind of woke up to the fact that, yeah, there are many things going on around me. There are people around me. There are things. And yeah, they keep feeding me with funny things. You began with solids. That's when you became rather opinionated You either liked something or you didn't like something, and you made no bones about it. You let the adults around you know that you don't like something. Like if they tried giving you milk without too much sugar, then you protested, you would give your mom a little kick, and then she would add all that sugar and give you. So it was something like that. The entire world around you coming across to you through your senses. And then came the most important phase in your life. Your schooling started, and your world became even bigger. Suddenly, there you were in this social spot with so many kids around you. And that is when you realized that you had to learn. Now, what you learned way back when you were a toddler was instinctive. Even your mother tongue came to you because you could connect sounds and objects. You could connect sights and objects, people and objects. But when you went to school, there was a new set of learning to be achieved. Sorry, I've been having this cough going for a while, and I'm just living with it. So I'm sorry for the interruption. So, yes, like I was saying, when you got to school, you had to get adjusted to a new set of learning because there was your teacher trying to get you to learn letters of the alphabet. And how did she do that? She got you tuned to certain sounds and she connected it with certain shapes, the letters. And soon you learned that, hey, there's some connection between sounds and letters. And then you blended those letters, those sounds together, and you got a word. And then you progressed a little more and you connected words together and got sentences. And slowly you began to recognize many things around you with names. Another magic happened. You learned to count. You realized that certain shapes could be connected to numbers. And that is how you learn to count. You would count, shapes of the similar kind, and that would give you a number 1 to 10. And that was fascinating. Now, the permutations and combinations of these took you on to another level altogether. And as the schooling went on, and as you progressed from one class to another, your horizons kept widening. Those teacher figures kept imparting many things to you, pools of knowledge. And yes, you were curious. You wanted to know just a very finite number of letters of the alphabet and a very finite number of numbers opened up a world that was infinite. You could combine things and come up with all kinds of sentences which you would then connect to ideas. And thus your world grew, your horizons grew. And the closer you came to touching that intangible horizon, the further it would move and beckon to you. And that is how your education went on. So, what I want you to do is to just reflect, muse on this concept of connection. None of us are islands. We learn to make our way in the world, deal with things in the world, make a life for ourselves through what we get in terms of knowledge, what we learn in terms of school, what we perceive through our senses. I want you to go back to your toddler days once more. Where were you then? Did you imagine that you would grow up and be where you are now, knowing so much more? And have you ever paused to think of your future? Where will you be then? Focus on that. You will be where you want to be. Get your connections to reach out to that world. The world which gives you the knowledge, the skill to do what you want, to, you know, contribute to the growth of your country or wherever you're living. It would help you earn, it would help you follow your passion, realize your dreams, and make you the wonderful human that you are. Keep thinking about it, keep moving, keep learning, keep going places, keep connecting, because that's what the world is all about. It is a matter of connections. And the better you connect, the more you achieve. Think about it. And if you do like some of these things that I've spoken to you about, please do hit a like and feel free to comment. Share your thoughts with me. I would love to hear from you. I would definitely react to your comments and interact with you. So do subscribe to my channel if you want to. And do be back for more of this next week. Bye for now.